In Washington, the new Congress opens with a record number of women. And yet, in just the last week or so, issues of language, likability, even dancing have raised questions once again. Are women in politics held to a double standard?
We're going to go in there, we're going to impeach them.
Women in politics, you do have to think about how are people going to perceive what I wear, what I say. Does my opinion have as much weight as a man, or if I'm passionate about something, is that just, oh, that's just me being an angry woman?
Doesn't your statement kind of prove there still is a double standard? Women are just held to a completely different standard in regards to what is likable.
Well, I think the more women, the better, but it's still there.
There'll be modifications, but there'll always be two standards.
We've seen absolutely, just what Cortez said about them taking pictures of her behind.
The number of, new incumbents isn't going to change, 100, 200 years of
gender profiling?
Gender profiling and stereotypes, so it's an ongoing thing. It's like race relations. It's never over.
It's never over. Time for the OTR Roundtable. Joining us this morning is Democrat analyst Marianne Marsh and our Republican analyst Ginny Buckingham. And I'm just going to point out I'm the only male on the roundtable this morning. By the way, I'm just going to point that out.
Can you deal with us?
I'm just pointing that out for mathematical purposes.
So there's an ongoing conversation among Democrats right now that a woman candidate isn't the right way to go after the Hillary Clinton campaign. What say you?
I say I'll take Nikki Haley any day, and she would be fantastic.
So it's an argument you can't buy, Marianne?
I mean, it's a ridiculous argument. I mean, think about it. People said the very same thing when Elizabeth Warren ran against Scott Brown because Martha Coakley had lost to Brown. Instead, she beats Brown. She gets reelected this time with 60+% without buying one TV ad, and now she's running for president. So I think it's ridiculous. And by the way, everyone who says, during the Clinton campaign, well, I could vote for a woman, just not Hillary Clinton. You're going to have 4 of them this time. You'll have Warren, you'll have Klobuchar, you'll have Gillibrand, you'll have, who am I forgetting? Yeah, exactly. All of them. And so what? Now you're either going to be exposed for not supporting women, or you've got your choices. And most of those people who said it were guys who've supported Sanders or Trump.
Support the best person. That's what they should do.
Didn't more people vote for Hillary Clinton than voted for Donald Trump collectively? Did I miss something?
Hillary Clinton did not lose because she's a woman.
Yeah, okay.
She was out of touch.
Hillary Clinton did not lose.
Here we go.
There we go. I must have missed her doing the Oval Office address this past week.
Let's move on to item 2. Speaking of women candidates, newly elected Ayanna Pressley delivered her first floor speech. Here's a sample of what she said, directed to the president.
Sir, you dishonor that oath. You devalue the life of the immigrant, the worker, and the survivor. I see right through you, and so do the American people.
She was, by the way, reprimanded for breaching House etiquette by the representative who was holding the gavel at the time, a fellow Democrat from North Carolina. And he said, refrain from, I'm quoting here, refrain from engaging in personalities towards the president. So, Marianne, is this the start of a pattern, or is this a wise pattern to develop?
This is Ayanna Pressley, and she's being very thoughtful and smart about how she defines herself and the issues she speaks about in the right forms, many of which she ran on. And I think that's the way to go. Remember, Ayanna's an insider-outsider. She worked for Joe Kennedy. She worked for John Kerry. Then she ran for office. And she's an outsider, a woman of color who's very progressive and cares about a lot of issues, including sexual violence against women. So she's speaking out in a very smart way. And I think that's starting to set herself apart from some of her other freshman colleagues.
What struck me is that she's a grown-up. And I compared her to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who did that 60 Minutes interview and really flopped. This is what you do when you're a freshman trying to make a stand. You stand up on the floor of the House. That is your job, and that's what she did very well.
So every year since 2006, this issue comes up, tax breaks for Hollywood. It's been controversial ever since it was started. We now know we gave away $90 million in 2016. Is Beacon Hill ready to take on this industry, or do you think this will just continue, Marianne?
I've always defended this tax break here on this show and elsewhere, but $90 million? Come on. I mean, $90 million. Think of what could be done with $90 million for housing, education, transportation, opioids. I can go down the list. So yes, let's put something together, but let's be smart about the investment, and it can't be $90 million.
Well, what that number doesn't tell you, though, is what were the benefits economically that we got as a result. It's a very static way of looking at it, and I think we've benefited benefited quite a lot over these last many years in having Hollywood films made here.
So you don't think it's going to go away anytime soon?
I definitely don't.
Maria, you have a reaction to that?
Well, look, I support the tax break because of the other people who get jobs, the catering, the makeup people, the lighting, go down the list. But you're right, we should maybe see a little more information, but $90 million is a huge nut when everyone's telling us we can't fix education, help kids with school lunches, go down the list.
I bet we make that doubled up.
Let's see.
Let's change it to the state of the city. Mayor Marty Walsh delivers his State of the City address this week. So, Jenny, let's start with you. What do we need to hear, and what are we likely to get from the mayor?
Well, I'm sure we're going to hear a lot about education since he jumped on board with the big education funding reform push, which makes a lot of sense. I'd like to hear who we now post-Amazon, post-Olympics, like what's the big vision for Boston going forward from him?
Jenny, Marianne.
No, Jenny's right. I mean, you will hear a lot about education, but I think you're also going to hear a lot about housing and income inequality because the two of them are linked. And you've seen a couple proposals come out in the last few weeks about housing. Boston's the 4th most expensive city to live in. And I think trying to fix those two problems together, I think is something he's going to tackle pretty hard.
We continue on the record. Stay with us.